The United States is at a turning point. As climate change accelerates, the U.S. Senate is now debating a groundbreaking new climate bill that could redefine the nation's environmental future. But will this legislation be enough? And what impact will it have on the world? Let's dive in. The urgency surrounding climate action has never been more apparent. With extreme weather events increasing in frequency and intensity, governments worldwide are under immense pressure to enact policies that mitigate environmental damage. The U.S. has a unique role in this fight as one of the world's largest economies and carbon emitters. The decisions made today could shape the global response to climate change for decades to come. The climate crisis and the urgency for action. The urgency to combat climate change has never been greater. In the past year alone, the U.S. has faced record-breaking heat waves, devastating hurricanes, and unprecedented wildfires. Entire communities have been displaced, and billions of dollars have been lost to climate-related disasters. Scientists warn that without decisive action, the planet could reach irreversible tipping points, causing catastrophic damage to ecosystems, agriculture, and human health. According to climate experts, failing to curb emissions now could lead to rising sea levels, food shortages, and intensified global conflicts over resources. This climate bill represents a crucial opportunity to implement bold changes that could steer the U.S. toward a more sustainable future while also setting an example for the rest of the world. What's inside the new climate bill? So, what exactly is in this bill? Here are some of the key components being debated right now. Renewable energy expansion, billions of dollars allocated for solar, wind, and other clean energy projects. Expanding renewable energy sources is essential to reducing reliance on fossil fuels and cutting carbon emissions. The bill proposes tax incentives and subsidies for companies investing in renewable technologies, encouraging a shift toward a greener energy grid. Stricter emission regulations, new limits on industrial carbon emissions, and penalties for non-compliance. Industries that contribute significantly to pollution, such as manufacturing and transportation, will be required to meet stricter environmental standards. The goal is to significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions over the next decade. Green jobs and economic growth, a push to create millions of jobs in the clean energy sector. Transitioning to a green economy requires a skilled workforce. This bill includes provisions for training programs and investment in job creation, ensuring that workers displaced from traditional energy sectors can transition into sustainable careers. Electric vehicle and public transport incentives, tax credits and subsidies for electric vehicles and public transport expansion. To reduce reliance on gasoline-powered vehicles, the bill proposes significant financial incentives for consumers purchasing electric cars and for cities improving public transport infrastructure. Carbon capture and innovation. Investments in carbon capture technology and research into climate solutions. Developing technologies to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is a key part of long-term climate strategies. The bill provides funding for research into innovative solutions, including advanced battery storage, hydrogen energy, and sustainable urban planning. If passed, this bill could accelerate the transition to a cleaner, more sustainable economy. However, the stakes are high, and the debate is intense. While some see this as a necessary move toward a greener future, others argue that it could place undue financial burdens on businesses and taxpayers. The political battle and public reaction. As expected, the bill is facing both strong support and fierce opposition. Environmental activists and many scientists argue that this is a historic step forward, while critics claim it could hurt industries and increase energy costs. The political divide in Washington could make or break the future of this legislation. Supporters of the bill believe that the economic benefits of investing in green technology will outweigh the costs. They highlight the long-term savings from reducing the impact of climate disasters and boosting clean energy industries. However, opponents worry about the financial implications, particularly on businesses that rely heavily on fossil fuels. Some lawmakers are calling for a more gradual transition to avoid economic disruptions. Public opinion is also deeply divided. While younger generations and environmental groups are pushing for swift action, others remain skeptical about the bill's feasibility. Across the country, protests, rallies, and debates are taking place, reflecting the intensity of the issue at hand. The ultimate question remains: will the Senate pass this bill, or will political divisions stall climate progress? What this means for the world. If passed, this bill could have a ripple effect worldwide. The U.S. taking bold action could pressure other nations to follow suit, pushing global climate policies forward. International leaders are closely monitoring the outcome, as a commitment from the U.S. could set the stage for stronger climate agreements on a global scale. However, if the bill fails, the world's biggest polluters might continue business as usual, leaving the planet vulnerable to further environmental disasters. This decision is about more than just national policy. It's about the U.S. demonstrating leadership in the fight against climate change. A failure to act could weaken international confidence in America's commitment to environmental sustainability. The future is in our hands. The world is at a crossroads, and the choices we make today will determine the legacy we leave for future generations. What do you think? Will this bill be a game changer or just another political promise? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to World Tomorrow for more deep dives into the future of our planet.